It's a Friday night in New York, and basketball courts all over the city are occupied by pickup games. On these courts, winners stay, and the losers, they just hope for another shot. With 4 teams left, the city lights up for 2 primetime showdowns. Brooklyn is buzzing, and the fans in the sold-out Barclays Center are ready for a show. If you lose on this court tonight, you're packing up and going home.
And then there were 4. The ACC semifinals coming here from Barclays Center in Brooklyn, New York.
The first game features a Clemson team that has exceeded expectations all year against the Cavaliers, who are having one of the greatest defensive seasons of all time. Virginia has once again confirmed its reputation as a defensive powerhouse. Clemson's leading scorers, Gabe DeVoe and Marquise Reed, will need to step up to the challenge and carry the offensive load.
Three-pointer from DeVoe at the top of the arc, and he knocks it down. Shelton Mitchell spots up. He fires and hits from 17. Boy, this Clemson team is executing early. The Tigers lead by 5. Hall driving on Reed. He's left of the lane, backing his way in on traffic. Feeds out. Hunter with a contested three-pointer. It was online, but it was too short to Devin Hall. He sends underneath to Wilkins. Wilkins spinning in the low block. Holds on to his pivot foot. Can't get the shot to go in traffic. Kyle Guy gets alone from 3. He unloads, but misses strong. He was in the left wing all by his lonesome. Clemson going the other way. Virginia's early shooting woes continue.
Clemson is executing on both ends of the floor early, and midway through the first half, they are up 20-13. But then, UVA locks down on its defense.
DeVoe lobs inside. His pass was blocked, though, by Salt. Picked up by Guy. DeVoe stumbles down. Lost the basketball. It's picked up by Jerome. Drive inside, and the ball is going to be taken away by Hunter. The feed ahead to Guy, and he will throw it down with a two-hand jam.
You don't ever assume defensively that you just got it and you're going to show up. They were the aggressors. We were kind of little on our heels. And this was a blue-collar game where you're going to have to just fight for everything.
Mitchell at the top of the arc with 8 to shoot. He's being locked down. Still running. Got to put up a shot pretty quickly with 2 to shoot. He feeds to Reed. Three-pointer off the side iron. No good. It goes out of bounds. Virginia locking down on defense, and you better believe the folks that have either made the trip from the Commonwealth or right here in New York appreciating that very fact.
UVA closes the half on a 19-3 run to take a 32-23 halftime lead. Clemson comes into the second half determined to get back into the game.
Scar looks left side, gives it to Marquise Reed. Reed drives it along the baseline. Reverse layup good by Marquise. Turns into a 4-point possession. Thomas will work against Salt left side. He'll back him in. Jump hook off the glass and good from 10.
Keep letting that man eat food right here. It's an all-you-can-eat buffet down there in the paint for Eli Thomas.
The catch feeds it outside to Mitchell. 3-ball launched and hit. Can Clemson do this? Can they climb up and make a comeback here against the #1 team in the country?
Just as they get within striking distance, UVA gets an offensive boost from an unlikely source. Junior center Jack Salt, playing 9,000 miles away from his home in Auckland, New Zealand, scores 8 points in the final 8 minutes to seal the victory.
Feeds down low to Salt with 3 to shoot. Got to put up a jump hook, and he hits it from the right baseline. Pass inside to Salt. Salt floats it up and gets another one. Back-to-back field goals for Jack Salt. He has given Virginia a scoring boost from the most unlikely of sources. Working on Thomas. Turns around. Jump hook off the window and good. How about those moves for the big guy? He's got 8. Virginia back ahead by 8.
Jack Salt made some big plays late in some shot clocks, a couple tip-ins, short shots.
In the end, Virginia outlasts the Tigers 64-58 and punched their ticket to the ACC championship game. For the second year in a row, college basketball fans will be treated to a third matchup of one of the greatest rivalries in sports, Duke versus North Carolina. UNC beat Duke at the Smith Center in February, but the Blue Devils avenged the loss in Cameron Indoor only a week before this rubber match.
Bagley and May will be the ones jumping it up. Blue Devils are in what has become their base defense, this 2-3 zone.
6 weeks earlier, after losing 3 of 4 to UVA, UNC, and St. John's, Coach K installed a zone to help stabilize Duke's defensive effort. However, in the opening minutes, UNC seems to have found the key to unlock the Duke zone.
The high post to Pinson. Paxson lays it in with the left hand. May forces the jumper and strips the net. from the free throw line. That's good to see.
Luke May inside and the dunk off the dish. Brooks.
They have two kids that can really handle the ball well in the middle of the zone. Like in the first half, boom, 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 they got threes.
Sends it out to Barry, his three, count it. Out to Kenny Williams, wide open look at a triple, yes! 13-3.
Duke refocuses and looks to their star, Bagley, to get them back into the game.
Williams there defensively, lobs it over the top to Bagley, who collects and stuffs. Bagley with his first field goal of the night. Gets the screen from Bagley. Trent still with the basketball. Jumps up from three. Got it.
Bagley gets it in the post. Double team comes. He turns and banks it in. Roy Williams screams at his bench. Carolina up one.
Bagley up on May with the left hand, and Duke has their first lead since it was 1-0.
Carolina hasn't scored in 2 minutes and 12 seconds. Duke has made 3 straight field goals.
And now Roy Williams is going to take a timeout. You don't see that very often.
At that time, we just stopped being aggressive. When we're playing defense and we're competing, we know we can get the ball and go down and score.
Barry. Boy, you can tell he wanted to line up the three, and I'm sure glad he did it. Barry, front side, gets through everybody. Hands off to Johnson, lays it in at the horn. The Tar Heels will have a 5-point lead at the half.
UNC enters the second half determined to regain control.
Johnson fires it right elbow to Pinson. Hands off to May. Goes up and scores. What a nifty dish by Theo Pinson. Barry splits a double team. Hands off to Pinson. Up, under, give it to him. Cameron Johnson. He's going to rise and fire for three. Yes! Nothing but net. 62-48. Largest lead for Carolina with 10:05 to go right now.
Big stretch in the second half. We were really, really good. We were making shots. We were defending.
The shots were dropping, and UNC built a 16-point lead with 5.5 minutes left in the game. Many of the fans thought the game was over, but not so fast. This is Duke and Coach K we're talking about.
We kept telling our guys, look, stay with it. You know, stay with it. Just stay with it. And we've been here before.
Duke locked down on defense, not allowing UNC to score again for the next 5 minutes.
We were up 15 with 6 minutes left, and we were just trying to play the game, just a little bit slow it down and kind of not try to make mistakes. And you can't play that when you want to win.
All of a sudden, the 5-minute mark, we have 5 turnovers. Luke loses a dribble on the baseline. Theo drops the ball out of bounds.
4 minutes and 44 seconds without points.
Defensive shutdowns feed the offense.
Bagley faces up, drives inside, leans into Pinson and banks it in off the right side. Set by Bagley, comes free from three and knocks it down.
But gracious sakes, they made a bunch of shots.
Allen for three, got it!
And the Blue Devils are within 6 now.
Duke on a 13-0 run.
Duke is within striking distance, down by 6 with just under 2 minutes to play.
Sit out Trent, left side three, good!
Now, down by 3.
Carolina has gone completely empty offensively, desperately trying to hang on. Duke can tie with a 3. They are out of timeouts. They're on a 13-0 run. Allen spins to the hoop, lost the ball. It's a charge! Pinson comes front court, picks up the basketball, and nearly lost it. He does. He falls out of bounds. Gosh, Carolina cannot get out of its own way.
The question is, how soon do you take the shot?
And is there enough time to try to get a quick 2 if it is wide open? Inbound to Allen.
When Grayson was coming down the floor, I just wanted to stay on my feet, not draw a foul, and make a tough shot.
Allen tries to go up and under. Misses the 3. Pinson with the rebound. And he's fouled with 3.2 to go by Carter. The Tar Heels take the season series from Duke 2 games to 1. They'll stick around for one more day and play for the ACC Tournament Championship against Virginia.